are different ways songs show what happiness truly is. They can either be presented with people being happy around friends or people being happy due to monetary and material things. During the past few months, Paramore came out with a song entitled Ain't It Fun. We can see from the music video that they are having fun being with each other and breaking world records together. Here's the lyrics to the song Ain't It Fun. You can either pause the video or simply search the lyrics to get a clearer view on what it might be about. You can also watch their music video and listen to its melody. As we can see in the pictures, they're definitely having the time of their lives. They seek happiness through other people and by being with others. It can also be seen that they're happy with their achievements and also with their fame. But is that what God really wants us to do? After my lesson in CLE, I do not really think that is what happiness really means. From what I have learned in class, we should find happiness in God. I'm not saying that their way of seeking happiness is wrong, but it is not according to what Jesus taught us. For Jesus, real happiness cannot be found in material things. When I looked up the meaning of this song, it is stated that the song is about showing someone the truth about oneself. Some people spend their whole lives cooped up in their own world, and when they go out to the real world, they suddenly see that everything is not about them. The singer is being sarcastic when she says, "Ain't it fun living in the real world?" Because everything's not all fun and games anymore, and you can't go crying to your mom every time things get rough. Life is not a bed of roses. You have to face problems yourself. There is a parallelism between the meaning of the song and the teachings of Jesus about happiness. Jesus taught us to let go of our material desires so that we will find true happiness. Those who cling to material goods are living in their own world. They spend their whole lives cooped up in their own world with all the material things surrounding them, and when a problem arises, they realize that these material things are useless and meaningless. This is when they begin to feel real happiness by turning to God. When we turn to worldly riches, we shun and ignore God, replacing Him with all our riches. That is not supposed to happen. In the story of the rich young man, Jesus told him to give up all his riches to the poor, but he did not comply, because for him, his wealth is the most important thing in the world. He cannot live without it, but he can live without God. Remembering the teachings of Jesus is important for us today, because we are now living in the 21st century, which is a very materialistic world. A lot of new innovations are being invented. People become greedier in pursuit of all these things. They choose all of these over God. That is not supposed to be, because we cannot find real happiness and true happiness just in material objects. We also cannot seek true happiness with our friends. The happiness we feel when we are with our friends and God are not the same. Happiness with our friends is more on the social level, while happiness with God is on the spiritual level. Nothing can compare the spiritual joy and peace we find in God. The singer said, "Ain't it good?" In my opinion, it is actually a good thing for the people to face reality and live in the real world. A world not surrounded by wealth, riches, and fame, but a world with God as the center of their lives. That for me is real happiness, but I cannot help other people with their lives. We cannot really help other people in terms of whether something is good or not, because it may be good in our point of view, but not in theirs. I cannot help other people live their lives. Somehow, they should find out for themselves what they really want in their life, and maybe they'll find true happiness in God. If we follow and change our ways and make God the most important person in our life, then we'll start feeling happiness in Him. No longer will we be trapped in the clutches of material goods and greed. We can also then inspire others to change their ways as well, and soon they'll all be finding happiness in God. If we remain to live in our materialistic world, then we'll always be living in the shadow of greed. We'll never learn about God, and even worse, we might forget that He even exists. We need to remember that He must be in the center of our lives. In all honesty, I believe that the message imparted by this music video is right in some ways, but also wrong depending on how you understand it. Those who find it right are those who actually understood the meaning of the song, while those who didn't really get the meaning of the song only listened to the catchy tune of the song. I challenge you guys, try to let go of your material desires and instead turn to prayer. If you find happiness afterwards, then you found real happiness in God.
Baby, now you're one of us. Ain't it fun? Ain't it fun? Ain't it fun?